Do you spend most of your working day in Instagram? Do you manage multiple accounts? Do you have lots of custom workflows? Are you wondering if it's even possible to automate these? Well, this video is perfect for you, so keep watching. I'm going to teach you how to use axiom.ai, a no-code browser automation tool for automating the browser. In this case, I'm going to take you through step by step how to create a bot that automates posting in Instagram. And by the end of the video, you will have acquired enough skills to create your own bots to fit your custom workflows. Are you ready to acquire this new superpower? I'm Alex, co-founder of Axiom. Let's dive in. A couple more things if you're new to browser automation. I just want to run through what is a bot. A bot is a software cousin of the robot. It lives in the browser and it automates your boring work in the browser, much like a robot would do your boring work in a factory. How do we make those bots? It's simple. We use axiom.ai's no-code builder. You then create an automation. You choose from a series of steps to replicate your actions in the browser, and you simply click run to get your bot going. How does a bot work on Instagram? Well, in the case of posting, it does exactly what you would do. It would click the post button, add the image, put in the caption, add the location tag, and then finally click the post button. So why should you learn to automate using bots? Well, apart from it being really magical to watch a bot doing your work in the browser, it will save you time. It will do your boring work, freeing you up to do other work. And because the skill of automation will mean that you will be able to not only just build bots for Instagram, but any other web application or process you have. And this is a skill you can carry on to other jobs, to other projects. Automation is the skill of the future and one we believe you should learn. Okay, now we're ready to get on and build the bot. Step 1 for complete beginners is of course installing Axiom. It's pretty simple. Click on the button you see on our website that says install or download. You'll be taken to the Chrome page. Check out the fact that we've got a 5-star rating. You can read our customer reviews if you want, and that we've also been granted the seal of approval by Chrome. Then when you're ready, add to Chrome, add the extension. You'll be whisked off to this lovely install page, go straight up to the toolbar, click on the puzzle, pin Axiom, click on the Axiom icon, then you're ready to set up your account. It's free to start off with. You'll get 30 minutes of runtime. That runtime will allow you to build several bots and test them before it runs out. So it's plenty of time to get a good feel for Axiom and what it can do. Okay, and it's definitely enough time to build this bot. So I'm just going to go ahead and log in and add my password. Simple as that. I've got access to my Axiom account. One final thing you'll want to do that I've already done is go to the Google Sheets and API key and just connect your Google Sheet account, because we're going to use a Google Sheet to read the data from in this tutorial. You can of course use other data storages or other ways of passing data. Next step, get your Google Sheet set up, right? Simple, let's just have your caption and the location to your images. But basically that's the route to the folder they're in on your desktop. And that's your sheet set up. And then we're ready to crack on and build the bots. So let's open Instagram, open Axiom. Let's start from blank, create a new automation. Let's click again. And there's the start from blank button. That's basically creates your vanilla brand new bot. Here you've got some templates, but that's where we're going to start from, blank. Okay, so now we're ready to start adding our steps. We talked about bots being built by adding steps that replicate your actions. So the bots will act just like a human. So the first one we need to do is we've got our Google Sheet and we want to think about where our bot starts. It starts by reading the data from the Google Sheet. So that's going to be our very first step. Now, Axiom will just grab the sheet. There we go. Mostly you can search for it or it'll just appear in the drop down. It happens to have come up with the right answer there. And then I've got two tabs. I'm going to select the tab called Posts because that's got the data in. And you can see down here we've got this cool preview of the data, and that's exactly what's in the sheet. Now, here we've got two toggles, first cell, last cell, and they basically tell the bot which cells to read, what data they can access. And what we want is the bot only to do one line of the sheet each run. So we're going to specify starting from A1 to AB1. That limits the read step to just, sorry, I need to toggle that back on, to just one row of the sheet. So that's awesome. So now the bot will only take the first row of the Google Sheet. Now we're going to add another step, but before we do that, we're going to toggle over to, we're going to switch tabs to Instagram because we're ready to start doing the human interactions. Now, here we go. We're going to read the data step. We're going to add the interactions, the clicking, the creating the posts. So we need to add a new step. We're going to add the interactive page interface step. That's the step that allows you to automate all the human interactions. So the clicking on the buttons, the downloading of files, uploading of files, the select lists, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and add that step. Now, importantly, this step features sub-steps. They're separate from the steps you add. These sub-steps are all the human interactions, all the bot replicating the human actions. Now, before we go ahead and add one of those, we're going to just click Get Current URL. So Axiom will open Instagram. And because I'm already logged into Instagram, you don't need to pass the login. Axiom will just take the session and be logged in. So that's great. Now, if you wanted to do multiple accounts, all you would do is start from not being logged in, and then you would create some enter text steps to log you into a new account each time. Now, I'll make another tutorial for that and we'll link that in this article. Okay, go to page, add step. Now we're going to add our first step, and what we want to do again is start to think about what we want to do with bot to do, and we want to click create a new post, that button up at the top. So we add a click element, really simple. Then we use our selector tool and we click on that button, press confirm. We've done that all without code, so we're using no code to click buttons. That's awesome. Now we're ready to upload the image. So we've got to look for the file upload step. So I'm just going to use the search this time to whittle down the choice, and we look for file upload. Now this is one of the exciting parts. We're going to pass the data from the Google Sheet into this sub-step. And you can see there's this yellow stadium here, Google Sheet data. That tells you there's data available from that step. The same with the interaction step. And here we can insert the data, insert the variable, and we're going to select Google Sheet. We're going to select the column with the URL in it, or the file path, I should say, that's correct. Now we've forgotten one step. We didn't select the input field, so we just need to select that button and press OK. Now what Axiom should do is when that button's clicked, it intercepts the upload folder selector and injects the link to the image, the root of the image, and then uploads the image. Okay, so next, after we've done that, what we want to do is just take this, we're just going to upload an image from Reel just to help progress the bot so we can select the other buttons. This is a picture taken up in the Scottish borders, very beautiful Scottish borders. And next step I'm going to add is a click element, because we want to click on the next because we want to use that image. Now that's the button. Let's click next, press complete, press confirm. Now we want to click on a filter. Well, actually I don't want to use a filter, so I'm just going to click on nothing. and select the standard. You could pass a value into a custom selector or something to change the buttons you clicked from the Google Sheet if you wanted to be really clever and set different filters for different images. That's something we could do, and if it's something you're attempting to do and you want some support, reach out to us. You know, like we've got great customer support. We always try and tell our customers to talk to us, and we'll do our best to help you. Okay, so now the bot's clicked the element. What we need to do is click next up here again. So again, we just add another click element, and this bot will be finished literally in a minute or two if I don't talk too much. And I'm going to select next, and you know, you get to see how quickly you can start to build bots and how you can actually like tailor these steps into your custom workflows. It's pretty cool. Okay, so now we've got onto the next screen where we're just going to input our caption, and we're going to show you how to pass some text. That's pretty exciting. So use the enter text step. Much like the click action, you're going to select the input field here, write your caption, and then you want to pass a variable using the yellow drop down here, the yellow stadium saying insert data. Again, we're going to do it from the Google Sheet. And we're going to do this time text swanning around. So that's going to put the caption in. You can of course put a longer caption. Don't use returns or spaces because that will change how the text is input. Or if you do add another text input and break it up into several text steps. Okay, that's the enter caption. Now, once that caption's been entered, pretty much ready to share the post. In this case, we're just going to then select click element, and we're going to select the share button. But this time we don't want to click share because we're not ready yet, so don't press confirm here, press cancel, and then the bot won't click the button in the background. And I'm going to show you a neat trick here. So you can disable steps. When you're testing, it's a really good idea to disable a step. You know, the final step that posts your Instagram post, or if you're doing something else, submits the form, etc. You can just disable that step so you can test your bot. Now I've disabled that, you know, it's just ready to test. So like that's the bot pretty much complete. There's a couple more steps I'll show you, tricks, but we're going to run the bot here. Like, let's watch it. Now, Instagram does tend to turn this notifications on. Just ignore it. I can close it there. You can add a step to close it. But here, look, here's the bot going. My hands are here. I'm not operating this. Look at that. That's so cool. It's going to click the original filter. It's going to hit the next. If it doesn't, I might need to go and fix something, but it's worked. The caption's in there, and it's not going to click the share because it's disabled, but I know the bot's working. That is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the bot. So finally, what I'm going to do is, because I want this bot to like take every time I run it, I want it to use a new row. What I'm going to do now is basically delete a row once the bot has completed those steps. And then every time I run it, it will have start from the next row below because it's deleted the row from above it. And what I'll also do is write the data to posted, so this other tab, so I know it's gone, so I know which posts were done. So let's go ahead and do that. And that's going to mean two steps, like the delete. So we're going to use the search again, delete from rows. Again, we get the sheet, and what we want to do is we just want to delete the first row, no further than the first row. So we're going to set 1 to 1 in the sheet name post. So this step will then delete the first row once it's gone through and completed the post. Of course, if you're doing a test, disable it, otherwise it will delete. But the good thing is you can hit revert on your Google Sheet if you lose any data. Not a problem. Now we're just going to add the final write step, and we're going to write to the sheet again, but this time selecting the posted, and that's going to be our tracker, so we know what posts have been sent. Now, okay, this is an important one. We're going to toggle this on to add to existing data because it's just going to keep growing the list. If we just declare data, it would overwrite the data. Okay, so that's pretty cool. that in fact is the bot finished. I'm going to click save, and I'm going to show it doing a post. Okay, so we're going to enable the step and we're going to run it for real. Here we go. So this is the bot in action. So imagine the bot, imagine having several bots doing loads of things at once. It's pretty damn cool. So this is my bot now. I'm just going to click the post on my account. There's the caption. Click share. My post has been shared. That's freaking awesome. I just love watching bots. And now you've kind of learned these basic principles of reading data, passing data through to different steps. You've learned how to use an enter text step on clicking elements and using the interact with the page interface step. Now you can go on and build other bots. Start simple, have a clear idea. Don't try and make the most complicated bot at first because it's just harder, but start with a simpler version of your bot and then build it out. It's pretty awesome. And one last thing you'll see on the sheet, that first row is gone. So I'm going to go ahead and post the next one just because I can't get enough of bots. Let's watch this. I'm just going to drag it again into view. I already got a like from my other post. I'm just going to click not now. We can add a step into okay, so what's happening here? It's a bit of a long pause. I'm just going to close Axiom because it couldn't find the elements. So we may well need to add a little step in to close that interface. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of a wait here. I think basically I'm going to add a little wait. Hang on here. So we're going to go to the page, that pop-up appears, add a little wait. I'm going to add 5 seconds because I just want to figure out how to close that. Press desktop. Waits are also another handy thing because they keep the page open. Now I think I'm going to use a key press. Press once, tab once, twice, 3 times. So tabbing didn't work. So I'm just going to press return. I think I'm basically just use a tab and a key press. Let's give that a go. I'm just going to stop the bot here. I'm going to add a key press. Key press is another really handy. If you can't click on an element, you can use record your key presses. I'm going to do 2 tabs and a return. Let's see if that worked. That should just close that annoying little pop-up. There we go, it's gone. Now, I haven't removed the wait, so there's going to be a short wait here. There we go, now it's opening our next post, so that's awesome. So that's also another great thing we just learned, key press. Now you really do have the tools to build as many bots as you want, so that's pretty cool. And it's got this posted. That's Axiom doing its thing. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to add, there are other links in YouTube, other videos you can watch, but obviously if you've come via the blog article, there'll be links below down at the bottom to other tutorials on Instagram and building other bots. Thank you.